Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to the Adventure Incorporated podcast. I am your Dungeon Master, Anthony Reed. This is episode 10. It is the second episode of the Brass Palace story arc, and I'm excited. I'm very excited about this. So, I want to thank our patrons at patreon.com/adventureinc. The patrons make this show go, and they're the best. And we try to kick them back a little bit of value. So if you want to see what you can get, go to patreon.com/adventureinc, become a patron, support the show, help it out, and get cool stuff. Like what's your problem? I don't know. Do it. It's fun. It's cool. We love our patrons so much. I also want to take this time to talk about the Kickstarter for East Coast Trolls that we've been talking about for a couple of episodes now. The Kickstarter has launched. It's running. You can go and back that Kickstarter now to get some of the special books that they have. I want to talk to you about another piece of the Kickstarter that you can get your hands on, and that is the Oakhaven Anthologies, which is a number of adventures, but there's 20 adventures in this collection, and they're for characters level 1 to 7. A whole bunch of adventures with a ton of information in them. I got to talk to the people at East Coast Trolls a little bit about these adventures, and they are packing in a ton of stuff to make these adventures runnable and cool, and to give you good ideas, and to spin off from them, and to plug them in wherever you want to plug them in. There's some really, really fun stuff that they're doing with this. You heard last time the recording, the audio recording, that's going to be part of the PDF. So NPCs that you need to talk to, you can just play the PDF for them and then spin out and roll it out from there. There's some really, really awesome things that they're doing with this Oakhaven and with the Capernia campaign setting itself. So you need to go over to that Kickstarter and check it out. So go to eastcoasttrolls.com. eastcoasttrolls.com. There's a link to the Kickstarter there. Support the Kickstarter. I did, and you can too, and it's going to be really cool. The people at East Coast Trolls are very excited about this. You can feel the enthusiasm for this project. You can feel the excitement, and it's palpable. It's really fun, and I'm very excited to see how it turns out. So go and get in on the ground floor and check it out. All right, that's all I got this week. Let's get started. Nobles and farmers, knights and scoundrels, gather round to hear a tale of excitement and mystery. Brave adventurers facing grave dangers. Belroth, the ranger.
She's a Grimalkin, but that's understood. No pets allowed, even though she's not a pet. I will wait outside. Everyone, if anyone needs anything, I am outside.
Skarpin, the cleric.
Should I just try and snipe them from over here?
Yeah, okay. I did say they were as good as dead. I would hate for my, to break my word on our first contract as Adventure Incorporated.
Ellery, the bard.
We would want you to leave this warehouse.
He points behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Church.
Oh, sorry. We want you to leave this church.
ReedDeeran, the wizard. He say you no worship Shattered Fang.
Yeah, man, he's super wrong. We love Shattered Fang, man.
Prepare yourselves, for these are the tales of Adventure Incorporated. The four of you have traveled with this caravan for several days now. It's been fairly uneventful. During the day, during the travel time, you walk alongside the caravans. Gallet goes up and down the caravan, herding the animals along, trying to get them to keep pushing forward. This caravan moves maybe a little bit faster than you would if you were just walking all the time, because you do get to rotate out sometimes and sit on the back and take a little bit of a breather. But not much. I mean, you pretty much go in the same pace you would go if you were just walking the whole way. But before things get rolling in the morning, everyone gets together, heads out for the day. At night, everyone is around a campfire together, and it's a fun little group. It's, you have Talia and Gallet, who Gallet has not warmed up at all, but Talia has, and she's telling you stories about her time on the road and the places that she's been, and, the people that she's met, and they're all just about the people and the places of New Merida, and nothing egregious, right? She's just carries mostly grain from one place to another, but she has... picks up contracts to transport things. That's what this caravan does. But there are a few other people here as well. There's a family that takes care of the animals. Like, that's their primary job, is to take care of the oxen that are pulling all the carts. And so they are part of this group as well. And they actually have a couple of carts that bring animals up onto to rest. So they have some, like, rotation going on all the time for some of the animals. So, by the end of the third day, there is, it's been pretty uneventful, but you guys still have about 9 or 10 days of travel to the Brass Palace at this pace. As things quiet down for the day, Gallet comes around to each of you, and he says, "We're doing something special tonight."
Is it your birthday, man?
No.
Oh my gosh, happy birthday!
It's not my
Gallet.
birthday.
Oh, we would have gotten you something.
Yeah, I wish I knew, man. I would have made you something. Like, I'm not doing anything on the last few days, you know?
It's not my birthday. It's Talia's birthday. So we're going to do something special for Talia's birthday.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
When we gather around, I'm going to give everyone their dinner, and then I have some sugar cubes that I was going to give her.
You're gonna...
Like, for the horses?
Well, they're sugar cubes for the horses, of course, but we're going to give them...
Oh, I see. She has a love and a joy for horses, so you're giving her something that will help strengthen her connection with the horses?
No, she doesn't really care for horses all that much. Really, it's...
Is she a centaur?
No, she's a half-halfling.
Oh.
But the sugar is just because it tastes good.
Oh, it's just a little something sweet for her birthday. I get it.
Gallet,
That's a cute pun, Gallet.
have you maybe considered something for her instead of something for her for the horses?
It's not. It wasn't for the horses. It was for her to eat.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, you were gonna give her horse food?
Well, horses eat people food when it's sugar.
Yeah.
Well, what about if we her ration? What if we spice it up a little bit, make it more delicious, more something special that she'll like. And obviously, Belroth is looking at Skarpin, who has a pouch full of delicious spices.
Yeah, Skarpin's given.
Skarpin's always given me dead eyes.
Oh.
He only has 3 spice charges left, and
Oh, wizard's breath. I'm sorry, wizard's breath. I mixed up 2 of them as well. I mixed up balls and winter's breath. I don't think
wizard eyes.
I don't think you would say wizard balls at this particular moment.
Why not?
Winter's breath. I don't have access to any sort of spices to make the rations better. It's just the same grain soup everyone else is having.
What if I told you that I know a turtle who has a pouch full of magic spices that can make any dish taste delicious?
Whoa. I don't want to be drugging the caravan leader here. No magic spices for us.
Not that kind of magic spice.
Yeah, you just want to drug the cat.
I've never...
Oh, man. With just like a few things, man, we could do some really cool alchemical stuff for her birthday.
No.
I was actually thinking, instead of getting anyone out of a state of paying attention to the road,
It's not what I was...
or instead of giving away other people's things, maybe
That's what I was.
Yeah, what if we did some, like, I'm sure in these woods we could find some the right kind of mushrooms. You know what I mean?
Again,
You just need to dry them.
So Gallet,
I do
about-
love morels. Those are pretty good. Those are good mushrooms.
Skarpin thinks of drugs and reaches into the pouch.
It's empty.
how about
All right.
if we use some of the nature around us, and maybe you made her like a bracelet, like maybe a little woven thing that she could wear. That might be a nice actual gift for her.
That feels like maybe not the kind of gift I want to be getting my boss.
Well, fair.
What about, okay, like, if we had 2 whole cloves of nutmeg, like fresh nutmeg, like, you can grind that up and, like, put it in a drink, and if you drink the whole thing all at once, man, it's pretty crazy.
A crack of lightning shoots across the sky and slams into the ground right next to you. Thunder rumbling immediately afterward.
Oh, man, it sounds like I am spot on with the gods, you know?
Gallet's like, you fools, get ready! And he hops up onto the back of, he runs 2 forward and hops up onto the back of one of the caravans, and he points up in the sky. Give me perception checks.
Deeran is already under Ellori's umbrella with her. Don't worry, man, I'll stay dry.
Give me perception checks, Deeran, you don't have to.
Yeah, he fails.
18.
13.
Whoa. I have a +4 perception?
It's based on...
Well, the character does.
Clearly, you do not.
19.
Okay.
Let me just investigate my character sheet to see what I have. I missed.
So the 3 of you look up into the sky, and you can see what appears to be 3 large white creatures on giant wings, and lightning is crackling around them. They are heading toward the caravan.
That's not good. Belroth. Should I try and make the area obscured so that we can fight outside of it? Is that a good idea?
Yes, I think that sounds like a great idea.
Excellent. And he runs into like the ring of caravans and uses fog cloud.
Okay.
The area is heavily obscured. Spreads around corners. Moderate wind will disperse it. It's a 20-foot radius, but that's just big enough. But
Okay. The 3 creatures come closer, and as they do, Ellori and Belroth, you recognize that there appear to be riders on the back. One of the lightning crackles around one of the creatures, and another bolt of lightning careens down toward the ground. I need dex saving throws from everybody.
Belroth fails. 7.
17.
1.
5.
Okay.
Unnatural.
So...
Oh, and Freya. Nat 20, baby.
So the bolt of
Good
lightning
girl.
crackles down at you, and Skarpin, it slams into you for... it slams into you for 10 damage, as it just hits you directly with this bolt of lightning. The rest of you are not, like, you scramble away. But they're coming in hot toward this ring of caravans.
Oh no.
They're probably 100 feet away.
100 feet. Belroth wants to take a shot. The range, I believe at that range I'm at disadvantage with my longbow. That's a good question. I don't have a sharpshooter yet, so No, if you said they're 150?
100.
Oh, yep. Then I don't have disadvantage. It's actually 600 feet is disadvantage. Holy moly.
They are within 600 feet.
That's good. That would be a 16.
Okay, 16 hits.
Cool. I'm gonna use my hunter's favored foe thing to deal an extra d4. I like that the new hunter, like the innate hunter's mark, is like designed for people who forget to cast hunter's mark, which is me. 13.
Okay. You sink an arrow into the breast of the flying creature, and it lets out a screech from its eagle-like face as it's flying down. This appears to be a griffin, and on its back are two figures, and the other two seem to be in the same. As they get closer, it's the same. They are 3 griffins, each with 2 riders. One who seems to be steering, and the other who is casting the bolts of lightning from the back. So keep going. Who's next?
Deeran peeks out from behind the umbrella, quick enough to see Belroth's arrow like shoot up into the sky. Follows the arrow and sees what we're actually fighting. Goes ahead because it's far away. So he can cast Scorching Ray, and so he's going to pick up his necklace, his spellcasting focus, and kind of like swings his right hand over his head down to his shoulder, and then points up. Down to his hip, and then points up at the at the creature, and the first Scorching Ray fires out of the necklace. Let's see. That is a 14 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, and then the next 2 fire off. And one is a 13 to hit, and the other is an 18 to hit.
1 hits.
Okay. So, let's see. They take 2d6 fire damage for each one that hits. And that is 18 damage.
Okay. Great.
How far away are they now?
They're closing the distance, but they're still about 100 feet away.
Still about 30 feet away, right?
No, but you think that they could close that distance in a round.
Okay. So then Ellery is going to look at Skarpin and believe in all the strength inside you. Let my song support and guide you. So you have Bardic Inspiration, which I did not type up a thing for, but I will put it in chat so that you have it here for right now.
Excellent. It's not just a D4.
It's got bonus abilities tied to it now.
It's got bonus, yeah.
Bonus!
So if you use it for...
All sorts of fun stuff happens.
What are you doing, Skarpin?
Skarpin is going to cast Guiding Bolt on the caster, on the foremost griffin.
Okay.
And he would like to use the inspiration with a D, just to roll attack, if that's going to be included in...
You can roll the attack first and then decide. So roll it first,
Okay.
then see where you're at, and then I think it does bonus damage if it hits.
Yeah, 8 is my roll.
So you can choose not to use the inspiration now if you don't think you can get there off of an 8.
Sure. I don't.
Okay, great.
Oh, they're so far away.
I love every time Skarpin justifies why his spell didn't work. It's my favorite. Okay, so they start charging down towards you on the back of these creatures who are now like diving very rapidly toward the ground. Lightning crackles in the air again. So what I need is Belroth, who hit the first one with an arrow, to go ahead and make a dex saving throw, and I need ReedDeeran to make a dex saving throw because they're throwing a bolt of lightning your way also.
That feels unfair.
Well,
You know how slow I am.
Belroth succeeds with a 21, I assume.
that is an assumption. It's correct.
Hooray.
Nice. I also succeed. I rolled an 8.
That's
Was
not
also an
correct. Yeah, the lightning bolt crackles down into you, and you take 9 damage from the bolt of lightning tearing through. It does burn, like, it cracks right through your hat, and there's a burning hole in your hat, and then the hole closes up.
You made me so nervous. When it hit me, did I recognize the spell?
What level spells can you cast?
Second.
No.
Cool.
Tight.
All right. They are now within 30 feet. They are dive bombing down.
Nice.
Go ahead.
So Ellery is going to hold her hands out towards them, and she is going to because I can see them. So I'm going to take the 3 magic casters. I can see all 3 of those. So 3 throwing lightning bolts. Twist the mind and squeeze out the brain. On all you try, there is a strain. And they have been, that's Bane.
Ooh.
On the 3 of them.
So they make a saving throw?
So they make a, charisma saving throw. I didn't even have to look that up. Just knew it.
Wow. 1, 2, and 9.
3 passes?
None of those pass.
They are baned. So what happens when they're baned?
They, every time they make an attack roll or a saving throw, they have to roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack or saving throw.
Okay.
And this is going to last up to a minute.
Perfect.
I love Bane. Bane's such a good spell.
All right.
Belroth looks over to Freya. You said they're within 30 feet, so they're dive bombing?
Correct.
Belroth looks at Freya and says, just like we practiced, Skoosh! And Freya runs off and starts to try and tackle one of the riders off of the griffin.
Okay. How did you practice this?
we have a lot of free time at night.
Belroth's like, all right, I'm going to jump off this rock, and as I'm falling down to the ground, you tackle me in the air.
Yeah. I don't see what's weird about that.
Right?
So, 19 plus 4. I think 23 seems pretty good.
Okay.
It has to Bane.
No,
I'm sorry. DC, it has to succeed a DC 12 saving throw, or be knocked off. I believe, I'll check. I believe it's strength or dexterity, but I'll check.
You check. he gets knocked off the Freya runs forward, leaps into the air as this creature is dive bombing the griffin, leaps past the griffin who tries to nip at it. The rider, surprised to see this inky black creature in the night, and then Freya slams her paws into the chest of the caster, and knocks him off of his seat and down to the ground. They both tumble. Freya lands on her feet. The caster lands on his back. So
he takes an additional D6 and is knocked prone. Baby.
Okay. He slams down onto the ground, and does not appear to be moving.
Well, it's 10 damage. Oh, did Freya just ba-boom? Ba-boom boom?
Yeah. He appears, the momentum of dive bombing and then getting knocked backwards and slammed to the ground from 30 feet in the air, killed him. He's dead.
She's a good girl. Was that the one that I had my my favorite foe on?
No, your favorite foe is on the griffin, a different griffin.
Okay, different griffin. That's what I shoot. Nat 1.
Okay.
Freya nails it. Me? Not so much.
No.
I was too excited. I was like a nervous parent watching.
Yeah, and you do that thing with the bow where like you go to nock an arrow and it just keeps like sliding off to the side, and you're like trying to get it on where you're just distracted. It's fine.
I'm too nervous. I don't want Freya to get hurt. But Freya seems to be living her best life.
I got a feeling this is what this is going to be like most of the time.
Freya kicks ass, and I'm like,
No, I got this. I can do this.
That's my turn.
Yeah. So the griffin that Belroth shot and Deeran followed up on is not who you targeted with the Bane, right? You targeted the riders?
Correct. The casters are all baned.
Okay.
Correct.
Well, since none of the other casters are hit yet, Deeran throws his hands above his head, creates the big ghastly bell, and then rings it to toll the dead again, this time at the animal, so it needs a wisdom saving throw.
That is a failure.
Great. And it takes 4 damage.
Okay. You ring the bell, and the creature, you see it writhe in pain at the sound of this bell echoing, and then its head lolls as it now free falls instead of dive bombs. And you hear screams from the riders as they slam into the ground, and the corpse of the griffin tumbles head over head, body over head, I guess, and lands on top of them.
My mom used to say ass over tea kettle.
That's accurate. That's accurate.
I didn't know if that would happen.
The screams
feather over griffin, I guess.
The screams are muffled, but you don't know the status underneath this griffin.
Sure. How far away did they land from me?
About 20 feet.
Great. I'm going to use my movement to run over there.
Okay.
And be like, hey man, what's the deal anyway?
Is what you get back right now. We'll see what happens. Skarpin?
Nice. The third griffin is in the air still. All right. He's going to attempt to cast Guiding Bolt.
At the griffin or at the caster?
At the casters again. He fails. He doesn't want to do it anymore.
Never mind.
Yeah.
As it goes off, you go, never mind.
Your size.
The last griffin lands on the ground. The caster quickly dismounts, runs forward, takes a knee, and fires off a orb of frost out of his hands toward Deeran. Deeran, do you have your mage armor up or not?
No, but also you have to roll your bane.
Yeah, no, so I was thinking about that because it's not. If it's a save, does it.
Well, I don't have to make the save. He's making an attack roll against me.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Because I was thinking of spells that don't do
Right.
attacks, and I was thinking maybe I made a mistake.
So, with the Bane, he goes to make an attack at you, and you can see he just falters for a moment. The orb of ice flies just like right next to you as like it comes by, and it just misses you.
Yeah, Deeran turns to Ellery and is like, "Hey, thanks so much."
hey, you're welcome. You're all doing a great job.
The other two Griffin riders, without their casters, take off into the sky, and they are like pushing back up off into the sky. They've deposited the casters, and now they've taken up.
Oh, I see. Yeah, the two that are still alive.
Correct.
fly away.
Right, because the Griffin that is dead does not. That one is dead.
Just checking.
Dead Griffin's always
Yeah,
been dead.
honestly, we have to,
Look at
we've
our
gotta-
party. We
yeah,
have to check.
It could be a fun dead Griffin.
That's true.
I needed to
That's
ask.
true. You're not wrong. It's dead.
Great. And it has stayed that way and isn't moving.
A hand comes out from underneath the Griffin, and seems to be trying to like pull its way out underneath the bulk of this animal. The hand is bloody and scarred up.
Great. Deeran is going to point his hand at that hand and look at the caster that's standing up and say, "Why are you guys here anyway, man?"
And he says, "Do whatever you like. We are here to reclaim lost artifacts. But we all knew the risk."
Wait, man. Are you telling me Did we take another bad contract, you guys?
What do they look like? What is their appearance as they've gotten closer?
Are they bad guys?
Yeah, they are in dark robes.
Oh, that's how you can tell.
They're definitely bad guys.
It looks like they came here to be clandestine. Like they are in leather armor that is like dark leather armor. They are here to skulldugger.
Rob was asking because he was wondering if he robbed the tiefling temple and people were mad.
They're not tieflings.
Great. Belroth doesn't give a shit.
A crossbow bolt shoots out from the fog toward the caster who is up, but it misses.
The fog probably has Do I have to concentrate on fog? Actually, that's a good question.
I don't know.
Because I just realized that the fake hunter's mark. Yep. So yeah, there's no fog. Oh well.
Okay. Well, the fog was dissipating. As it was dissipating, a bolt came out of the dissipating fog and
Cool.
missed.
Belroth shoots the guy who didn't give us any information.
He knew the consequences.
He said he knew the
risk.
consequences. Here they are. The consequences. 23.
That's a hit.
He's going to use his another hunter thingy, to deal extra damage. 11.
Okay.
And then Freya pivots on her paws and dashes at that standing caster and makes another charge attack.
Okay.
And for a 15 to hit.
So she hits.
Okay. And then DC 12. I think he's baned, so he has to roll that.
Even with a bane,
And
he
it is
succeeds.
strength. He does succeed?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he doesn't take the extra damage and isn't knocked prone.
Listen, we just want to know what it is you're trying to get back so that we can properly assess both sides of information that we're given and not make any rash murders
7.
more than we already have.
He smirks, points a hand at one of the caravans, and a fireball begins to form in his hand.
Oh no, man, you can't. Oh god, you can't do that. And Deeran casts Witch Bolt.
Which bolt?
Yep. That's the one.
Third base.
The electric evil, like
Boogie, woogie, woogie.
weirdy one where his eyes like turn white and his hair like starts to fly back a little bit. And again, out of the necklace, that is a 15 to hit.
A 15 hits.
And he takes max damage, baby. Let's go.
Oh.
That's the
12.
real
Nice.
crits.
So you smash him in the chest with the spell, and he stumbles backwards. His hand now points at the ground nearby when the fireball lets loose and slams into the ground, engulfing all of you. Everyone make a dex saving throw.
Hot feet.
Ooh,
Hot feet.
14.
not hot feet. 9.
Freya got a. Well, I'll say what I got because I can know what it is. I got an 11. Belroth got an 11.
13 for Deeran.
And then. Oh, does she just use my? Oh, she got a 17. She's great.
So,
Maybe.
Ellery, Belroth, you take 28 damage from fire as this ball explodes here. Deeran, Skarpin, Freya, you take 14.
Woo! Belroth
Belroth
is down.
Down.
Deeran is down.
Skarpin's down.
Wait, really?
Everyone's down.
Yep. What about Freya? How's Freya?
Freya is up. Good girl.
Freya doesn't have any fucking healing spells, so that doesn't help us.
Good fucking girl. Freya, do a medicine
Yeah,
check.
but, like-
Freya, do a medicine check.
Everyone give me a death saving throw.
Oh my fucking god, Anthony. What do I even roll? I don't.
9.
19.
18.
14.
Okay. Gallet makes his way out of the little carriage, and he's like, "Oh, for God's sake!" And he like comes over and he like pulls out reaches into his coat and pulls out a potion, pops the top, and he looks around a little bit, and he pours it down Skarpin's throat.
Oh, great. And he looks around real quickly, and before getting...
Heal your people.
And heals the... Who's closest to him?
I don't know.
Probably Ellery.
He...
Like, emotionally?
Ellery, because she's closest to him.
Or geographically.
That's fair.
Or
All right,
taxonomically, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
who is closest in the evolutionary chain?
Yeah.
I would guess Belroth. He'll classed Prayer of Healing at level 2. So I think that'll be real good for everybody involved in this situation. So Prayer of Healing will heal up to 6 creatures for 2d8 plus my spell casting.
All right, roll it. So he healed you for 9.
Nice. Everyone heals for 12.
Whoa.
Very good. Including Freya?
Yep.
Yeah, I chose her.
Did you choose Deeran?
Yeah.
Yes. Let's go.
And Ellery. And Ellery.
I wasn't worried.
Does Freya still get to attack even if I'm down?
I don't think so. I think if you go down, she gets like the bond
Skittish.
that you have causes issues when you go down.
Sure. I also think mechanically I'm not allowed. So
Right.
if you're incapacitated, beast can take any action of its choice, just not dodge. So
It chooses to curl up next to you and not dodge.
what a weird thing.
It can
It's
do
loyal.
anything but avoid getting hit.
It's upset.
But the other spellcaster is Char. He burned himself
Okay, I was gonna say
with the fireball.
like everyone has to be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's dead.
there's-
Gallet's just like walking around stomping out little fires on the grass.
Oh man.
Hardly worth your coin.
My head and my barb. Ugh. Ow. Fell on it.
Hey, you guys,
Yeah.
that was pretty sweet.
I don't know if sweet is what I'd call it.
I mean, like when he was gonna, blow up the caravan or whatever.
Oh. Yeah, it really it really didn't seem like he wanted anything back.
Yeah, like if you're gonna destroy everything, like you're definitely a bad guy, and B, like they probably didn't take anything from him.
Gallet, do you know what's in that caravan that they were trying to get to?
Of course I do.
Will you tell us, please, so that we can more accurately prepare for maybe future dangers like this, which also probably would have been good to know setting out instead of being like, oh, this is a regular thing that no bad guys are after,
Yeah,
stuff.
it's stolen goods. A lot of them.
You know when I said I didn't want to give drugs? It's because we're transporting drugs.
To shadow with you, I'm not telling you nothing. It's not your job to know, and it's not my job to tell you.
Okay.
And Deeran's gonna try and push the griffin off the other one.
Also now dead.
That's
yeah.
fine.
You give him a
going
good
to-
shove.
Well, he's hoping that like the griffin absorbed a lot of the fire part, and so that he can still check him for like both money and spellcasting things and all the good stuff.
Give him a search.
Yeah.
Can Belroth check the other one that was not protected and was on the ground, taken down by Freya, and clearly charred?
Yeah.
21 investigation. No, 24 investigation. I looked at my intimidation number.
Belroth, what did you roll?
Where's your stuff?
Tell me what you roll.
Give me your stuff.
Belroth got a 13.
Scared him to death.
Deeran,
Scared him to debt.
Deeran, you find 25 gold in a pouch, as well as some material components, although nothing particularly valuable. There's some goat hair and a piece of bark are the only thing that like you don't have already, but like you're not even sure what spells they're for. Then you do find like on him some insignia on his robes from the Artificers Guild.
Cool. Yeah, I share that with everybody. Hey guys, it looks like this person was from the Artificers Guild.
Hey guys, I got some goat fur here.
Anybody want any? Oh man.
I don't know if anybody wants this bark, but I'm gonna keep the fur. He also gives everybody else 6 gold, but he gives Ellery 7.
Thanks, Deeran.
He owed her one.
It was for... Yeah, it
Oh,
was
yeah.
for that one that I owed you.
I love that he doesn't take. Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Did
Do the math at home.
did Belroth find anything? I assume no.
No, you found the charred remains of a corpse.
Great. Belroth goes to Freya, gets on a knee, and like gives her lots of head scritches, and gives her a treat for doing a good job.
Not a great job. You know what? An okay job.
Well, she took down one. She didn't take
You know
down
what?
two. I'm just,
Sometimes it's okay to have done. You know, my grandma always says sometimes it's okay to just have done an okay job. If you're expecting a great job every time, then the bar just keeps getting set higher and higher for yourself.
Belroth gives Freya another treat.
I wish your grandma knew my parents.
Oh no!
And Deeran walks like slowly back to the caravans.
Talia is standing at the edge of the caravan ring, and she says, "Did you get him?"
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Why do the Artificers Guild want to take from you?
Because we have something they don't got, and they hate that. We're transporting something for a couple of collectors. And anytime we got something special on board that the Artificers Guild doesn't have, they feel like they ought to be in control of it. Especially anytime there's a deal going down for it. Any buying and selling of items, they feel like that's their purview, and they're always selling these goon squads to come and take what isn't theirs.
Deeran would like to do a insight check into, like, he's trying to figure out, like, obviously everything's kind of wonky, but how much of this is like we're doing shady shit, and so like Mike the player isn't sure how much shady shit the Artificers Guild usually gets into.
So go ahead and give it a roll.
19.
So I think that, Deeran, you have done some amount of research into, like, who's got the power, right? Who are the power players in the Empire? And for so long, the Artificers Guild was like the most important guild in the Empire, because all magic came from magical artifacts and magic items. And them having like a stranglehold on the control of magic in the Empire made them so powerful and so important. Since magic has started to come back, they have been trying to tighten their grasp, and it's like sand slipping through their fingers. So this would be unfathomable to a random person on the street. But this is confirmation to you for all the stuff you've heard about the Artificers Guild doing this shit in the background.
You know, man, we've been talking about this a lot in Prosperity, man. I knew they were hiring black squads like these at night to come and take stuff from people, and people said we were crazy about it, man, but I knew it was true.
This is the third squad we've taken care of. The first one got us, but this is the third one we've taken care of.
Oh, man, it's a good thing we were here this time, man. These guys were serious, powerful casters, man.
You want to see what they were after?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, it's not mine. And she walks to the back of the caravan, and she pulls out a long wooden box. Like, she slides it out. It's about, it's taller than she is, right? Because she's only 4 feet tall. So she slides out this long box, and puts it onto the ground and opens up 4 hasps, like, across the front of it, and lifts up the box. Inside is a halberd. And she pulls the halberd out. The metal piece of the halberd is like a shimmering iridescent blue, like a deep dark cobalt, but is like shimmery. And she holds it out and she says, "This fine piece of craftsmanship is older than everyone here, maybe put together.
Wow.
It's from just after like the Shadow War times, and yeah, it's made by some sort of famous artificer, I guess, like someone named Iron Shaper or something. But yeah, it's supposed to be really powerful and really great against people who wield magic."
Man, could you imagine being so full of yourself that you name yourself Iron Shaper?
That's all. That's the name. That's it. Just Iron Shaper.
Yeah, like one name guy. Okay.
I feel like it's less pretentious and more descriptive.
Oh, I mean, I guess it's accurate, but like,
I mean,
there are all sorts of people that do shape and iron.
This doesn't even look like
It's not
iron
like
to
he's
me.
the only one.
Yeah, this doesn't even look like iron to me. So not accurate.
it doesn't.
But also, what if he was so self-conscious about all the things that he couldn't do in life that he was really proud of the one thing that he could do, and he decided to form his personality around the one thing he felt like he was good at?
That's pretty
I mean,
sad.
Tieflings sometimes choose virtue names to embody things that they don't yet embody. Maybe he was like, at the beginning of his journey, I will be Iron Shaper, and then he eventually made this incredibly rare halberd.
He could have been. I don't know. He could have been a tiefling. Gallet yells
was
from
he a
behind.
tiefling? 'Cause-
He was a dwarf.
Because, like, if he was a tiefling, man, like, that's just a different culture
Yeah.
or whatever, like that.
Well, if he was a dwarf,
like-
then that was just, he didn't get to choose his last name or his regular name. I don't know how your names work.
He walks over. He looks at it. He goes, "He was a dwarf." He hands it back to Talia and walks away.
Oh, Talia! By the way, happy birthday!
Yeah, happy birthday.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday.
Fine birthday this turned into. Well,
I got you something. Hey, hold on. And he pulls out the goat hair.
Thanks, Deeran.
Yeah.
This is...
For your bag.
Okay. She puts it in her bag. Birthdays are always a funny time. My mother's side, they take every excuse for a party. But you didn't celebrate the individual. You celebrated the group. You celebrated your family or your town or your...
Oh, like, congratulations, everybody made it through another year of Talia being alive.
Yeah, but birthdays themselves were never really the focus. I mean, there were so many other parties going on, nobody needed individual celebrations. So, on my mother's side, that just wasn't a thing we ever grew up with. My father would make mention of it from time to time, but nobody paid a lot of heed to the extra tall person living in the homestead.
Talia, a follower of the old ways of Oleander as well. We throw many a festive parties. I see.
Oh? No.
Yes.
No, but if that's really for us, a party isn't about a religion or part of it's just part of who we are.
It's about the party.
And he tries to reach into the satchel again, pull out drugs.
Still empty.
It's about the party, man.
Well, we should get back moving. I think that this is a very beautiful piece, but maybe we should put it away and hope that, be extra vigilant moving forward.
Oh, of course. And she slides it back away and closes the top and slides it into the carriage.
Now, question: was that the caravan that it was in that he was targeting with Fireball? Sorry, I asked that question so poorly.
No, it wasn't. And you didn't get the inclination that like he knew. He was just happy to pick through it later.
Yeah. Yeah.
So night has begun to fall for us. Is
Correct.
Ellery, do you think it's smart that we head out now, or should we camp for the night? Looking around, there's a bunch of people like me who aren't going to be able to see so good out there.
They won't be back tonight.
I
They'll
guess...
assume this either succeeded or it failed, and they won't follow up. If they'll wait for their people to come back, and if they don't come back, they'll know that they were bested. These aren't meant to be.
Okay, that makes me feel better, Talia. So I think you're right, dear, and maybe we have a nice little birthday dinner for Talia.
Oh, we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that.
Oh yeah, what would you want if you could have anything in the world?
Flavor.
What would you want for your birthday?
Honestly, just some sugar would be nice. I feel like this boiled soup is it's got no flavor. Some sweetness.
Tries as hard as he can not to think of sugar. Drugs, just drugs.
You reach in, there's a white powder.
Well, I couldn't find you. I couldn't find your sugar, but I got this for you.
And he hands.
There's no white powder. You're fine.
Oh,
I'm not going to make you use charges on fake sugar.
that's fine. I was wrong. Yes,
Fake
and
sugar.
It's all good.
You pull out sucralose. Like what happens?
That shit'll kill you.
It won't.
Eventually.
Okay.
A lot slower than that fireball would.
Depends on what you're doing with it.
Welcome.
Okay. So yeah, you guys sit around the fire. Everyone has a nice dinner, nice chats. Gallet is quiet, but he hands over some sugar cubes to Talia, who seems very pleased to eat them. And everyone goes to bed. The next day, you're back on the road again.
So glad to have healed up
Yep.
Got all my things back.
and gotten all my spell slots back.
You guys are on the road for another 5 days, pretty uneventfully. And it is at the end of the 5th day that you see smoke on the horizon, like pretty close to the end. It's getting close to sundown, and there is smoke ahead.
Like a suspicious large amount, or like a friendly fire.
A large amount.
Plate.
Oh, geez. That doesn't look very good, does it?
Oh, no. Smaller amount would have been more of a welcoming sign, but this, no.
We're still a few days out from the Brass Palace.
Do you think we should stop early tonight and maybe, I don't know, put this stuff kind of try and hide us as much as we can from that? And then the four of us could go check on, see what it is, or
Maybe, yeah, we could scout it. There's a big hill over there not too far away. Might be able to see what's going on better. We'll put a hold here. He puts up a hand, and Talia stops the caravan at the front. He says, "Go. Tell me what you see."
all right. Deeran Naruto runs, so that his cape billows.
Deeran, you don't have. That doesn't make you faster, Deeran. I don't.
makes me feel faster, man.
Ellery skips.
Yeah, every Deeran's walking normal and keeping up. Like, no, that's not true.
No, he's not. He's Naruto running, and
Belroth.
like,
Oh my god, that's the first time I've done that. Belroth just kind of power walks alongside, keeps up.
Skarpin stays back.
Skarpin walks normal. Yeah, no, he just kind of sees everybody doing weird things, and he's like, I'm coming.
So the three of you reach the top of the hill. Skarpin is still quite a ways back. Give me perception checks.
18.
you know, Deeran's too winded. Both his hands are on his knees.
Yeah, you see some
He's
ants, Deeran, on the top of this hill.
Oh no.
Also 18.
Ellery and Belroth, you look out at this down into the valley a little ways, and you see the smoke rising from what looks like an encampment. This encampment has several garish-looking tents and a big fire ring in the center that seems to be set up with seating all around it. And there's probably 30 people moving around, milling about. There's a dozen, maybe more tents set up, and then one extra large tent toward the back. For those who have done this, so Belroth, I guess you've done some traveling before, you recognize that this is probably the mendicant savants.
Oh, we got some. Oh, this will be fine. I mean, it's the mendicants. They're not too bad.
When Belroth says mendicants, Deeran's head snaps up. His hat flies off the back of his head. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. I love when the mendicants come to town, man. This is going to be awesome.
Wait, can you tell me what a mendicant is and why they're setting things on fire?
Well, sure. Yeah, man. They're like a traveling party, man. They come in and they set up outside of Federation Bay, and we all like to, sneak out and go hang out with the mendicant savants, and they've got games and stuff, and everybody's drinking all sorts of weird things, and man, this is gonna be awesome.
Like a little mini festival that they travel around with and bring to places?
I mean, kinda, yeah.
That sounds exciting.
Skarpin approaches. Deeran, did you say drinking weird things? Are the mendicants there?
Yeah, man. Check it out.
He looks
Deeran
over the edge.
picks up his hat and turns it again. The droop is significantly more pronounced.
Yeah.
Also, the blue is starting to fade to this brownish color.
At this point, you have been with the hat enough that you've attuned to it. So it is taking on the shape that you most desire.
Yeah.
Skarpin sees the mendicant gathering, and he just turns back. Yes, I'm so happy we stopped. Yes. Let's go.
We could probably just.
So this isn't something to be worried about. It's not dangerous?
No. Well, I mean, not
Just
really.
be nice.
I mean, just don't make them mad.
I don't think I've ever made anyone mad in my whole life.
Let me be clear. That wasn't directed at you. It was directed at Deeran, I guess. I don't know. Deeran, I'm being really mean to you recently, and I don't know why. I don't know where it's coming from.
You remind me of a lot of the professors I had back in Prosperity.
Well, yeah. I mean, any in particular?
Were they tenured?
Yeah, were they tenured?
Will they write a letter?
No, just in general, man. A lot of dismissive folks who don't really get it. You know? But hey, I gotta be honest, Ellery. My parents don't like the savants. They say they steal stuff. They say they like come into towns at night, like when we're all asleep after the parties and after the drinking. And then like stuff goes missing and they always blame the savants. But like, I don't know. I've never had a problem with them.
Okay, I think that's helpful information, though, to know that if we go, so that we make sure that we stay with all our wits about us and can still protect the caravan in the way that we've been hired to do.
Deeran gets so bummed out that he has to keep his wits about him. Like, so bummed out that he's not going to drink weird things.
Yeah, Skarpin forgot about protecting the caravan. And he never forgets the contract.
Well, maybe we could take turns and we could escort people from the caravan to here, and some could hang back at the caravan, and I could go first, and...
Well, we have to get the caravan through, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe we just keep some extra security on the you-know-what, and then, we make it as casual as possible and not like a big deal that we're protecting anything. And we go through, we enjoy the mendicants, and we keep going through to get to the Brass Palace.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Man, that sounds awesome. Let's do that, and then like maybe we could do like a shift so that like we can still like see the stuff, and do some dancing and meet people.
Yeah, I think that'd be nice.
Cool.
So, if everyone starts heading back down the hill, Ellori's gonna hang back and like kind of tug on Belroth's sleeve. Hey, Belroth.
Yes.
You were just talking about, being mean to Deeran lately, and I just wanted to check in on you. Are you maybe, associating some sadness about still not having any information on Amelia and kind of maybe taking it out on the people that you are around?
I mean, I didn't do that much of a deep dive into my emotions, but that feels correct.
It's okay, I did it
No,
first.
I can tell. It felt very on the nose in a way that I didn't expect. It was quite disarming.
Oh, I'm
No,
sorry.
it's okay.
Sometimes, I just thought maybe that might be a reason. And if you wanted to talk about it, you always can if you
No,
need to.
I don't know. I'm trying to bond with Deeran, and I feel like I'm ribbing him too hard.
Oh,
But
okay,
I say a mean joke at him, and then I'm like, that just was mean.
Yeah, my mom used to say that when people tease you, it's because they like you. But then my grandma always said, if you like someone, you shouldn't tease them.
Very mixed messages.
I have some kind of contradicting information, and maybe you want to try the second one from now on.
That sounds like a good idea. And for the record, you might be right about the first thing, too.
Yeah. Yeah. If you need to talk about it, I'm here.
I appreciate that.
And Ellery will follow the rest of them back down the hill.
Hey, Skarpin, do you think, like, how crazy do you think we're going to get with the mendicants tonight, man?
Oh, we should just go wild. You know what we should do? We should try and get Gallet to loosen up a little bit.
Oh, man, I bet Gallet drunk is, like, the coolest version of Gallet.
Yeah, and he's totally going to confess his love for Tali. I know it. It's going to be hilarious.
Hey, Skarpin.
Yeah.
Do you think they're in love just because they're both short?
Oh my god. Oh no.
That's how we typically pair off within the totals.
By
You just want to have... You just want to have, equivalently sized children, and so you can tell who's with who. It's just a thing.
All right, cool.
My favorite part about that is
before-
that since she's a half-halfling, like that juxtaposition is already...
Because she's like 4 feet
Right.
tall, right? And he's a dwarf, so
Four,
he's like
4'4", 4'2". Yeah.
4-ish. Yeah.
Perfect.
They're within the 4-inch range. Ideal.
Those are the rules.
No, man, it's really cool. Like, I love how much I'm learning about everybody's different lives. They're so different from mine. This has been a really great trip to really open me up to a lot of different things, man. Hey, do you think that whole Artificers Guild thing is over, or do you think we're gonna see more of them before this is up?
I bet they don't strike too close to the Brass Palace, but we should actually be on our guard tonight. But as if we can past here, I think we'll be good. But
Yeah, like, what if they've got somebody on the inside at the palace is all I'm thinking, man.
Yeah, I bet they do. I mean,
Oh,
they used to be big, so I bet they still hold some influence.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep a lookout. And DeeRan, like, is like trying so hard to like sear the memory of the Artificers Guild logo into his like brain on the rest of the walk back. Like, he completely tunnel visions. I don't know if Skarpin says anything else. Sorry, DeeRan doesn't know if Skarpin says anything else.
Yeah, no, he was just sort of asking him about like what his experience with the mendicants were, and he's telling him about his experience as a child. Like, they used to always, whenever they ran into them, they would exchange goods and barter and tell stories.
Oh yeah,
But-
man, totally. Yeah. Cool. That's so cool, man.
Yeah,
Wow.
yes, we looked forward to it every single time. We would go out of our way, many leagues, just if we heard word that they were over there, and we.
Sounds hard, man.
Well, I don't know if that's the response, but that's fine. Dahlia,
Did you see what's over there?
Dahlia. Yes, they're mendicants. They're here.
Gallet's like, ugh, tinkers.
Yes, tinkers. We should get closer, and then we can enjoy the festival.
Tally's like, yeah, we should probably get the wheels redone anyway. Might as well be done here. We're gonna get gouged if we wait till we get to the city.
Precisely. Yes, the mendicants can give you a great deal as long as everyone behaves.
Gallet doesn't seem pleased, but he agrees.
He goes over to Gallet and says,
Oh, it's gonna be a great time. We're gonna show you a good time tonight, Gallant.
He grunts.
At this point, I think Ellery and Belroth are back with
Yeah.
them.
So the caravan begins to, as twilight begins to fall, the caravan moves further down. It's probably going to take like a half hour to get close, and by the time you get there, it is, end of dusk, beginning of night. You roll up, and there is a figure standing. They've clearly seen you guys coming. There's a figure standing in brightly colored, patterned clothing. There are checkers of purple and yellow that run all down his clothing. Very garish and bright. He wears a white mask with no expression on it. And he says, "Travelers, welcome. We are so grateful to have you in our presence for such an experience as we have prepared for you tonight. Welcome to the Mendicant Savants. Are you prepared to see a show?"
Oh my gosh! I've never been more ready for anything in my life.
You have never been prepared for what you will see tonight, for it will surprise you and thrill you as only the mendicants can. Hey everyone, DM Anthony here, just reminding you that if you're enjoying the show, tell your friends, tell your family, let people know, word of mouth, and you can support the show at patreon.com/adventureinc, or you can check out the shop at adventureincpod.com/shop. Make sure you check the show notes and the website for all our social media, including our Discord, where you can come and hang out with some great people. We'll see you there. And until next week, I wish you nothing but critical success.
Serious business.